It didn't chase me. It didn't make a sound. It just watched. And every time I blinked, it got closer. That's how I know it wasn't something from here. Let me start over.
I was helping my friend Ethan with a late harvest. He's got this cornfield a few hours outside Council Bluffs, Iowa. The kind of land where your nearest neighbor is a flickering porch light 5 miles off, and if you scream out there, the corn swallows it. He'd been behind on equipment repairs, so we were working late, headlights on the old John Deere casting long, crooked shadows across the stalks. The kind of night where the wind feels wrong. Still air, but the leaves rattle anyway. Around 11 p.m., I went to take a piss break and light a smoke. Walked a few rows into the corn just to get away from the engine noise. That's when I found the circle. It wasn't huge, maybe 20 feet across, but it was perfect. Not trampled, not broken. The stalks were bent flat, like they'd just lain down. Smooth spiral. Every row curled clockwise. When I stepped into the middle, the hair on my arms stood up instantly. Pressure hit my ears, like when an elevator drops too fast. I took another step. My lighter wouldn't spark. It just clicked. That's when I heard it. Skirk. Just one soft scrape. Behind me. I spun around, nothing there. Just tall stalks rustling like they always do. Then I took another step, and I heard it again. Skirk. Closer this time. But not footsteps, not paws, not hooves. It sounded like metal on bark, dry, clicky, insect-like. I started walking back toward the tractor fast. That's when I realized something. Every time I moved, it moved too, but only when I wasn't looking.
I stopped. Silence. Turned slowly. The field looked the same, but something had changed. It was heavier somehow, like I wasn't alone inside it anymore. I blinked. Skirk. Closer. I started counting between blinks. 5 seconds. 10. Blink. Skirk. I swear to God, it was at the edge of the row now. I backed up slow. My legs felt like sandbags. My heart was in my throat. Then I saw it. It was crouched between the stalks. This long, jointed thing, thin as a rake, bones bent wrong, with arms that reached all the way to the dirt. Not human. Not animal. Not built right. Its skin wasn't skin, more like plates of black glass. No reflection, no light bounce, like it was absorbing the dark. I couldn't see a face, but I knew it was looking at me and tilting its head, like it didn't understand what I was. I didn't run. I couldn't. I just backed out of the corn, shaking, slow. Once I was on the gravel road, I turned and booked it to the truck. The drive home was wrong. The gravel didn't crunch under the tires. The trees didn't sway. The crickets weren't chirping. Even the radio was dead. Every station, pure static. Except one. Just one. I only heard 2 words. You blinked. I made it home by 2 a.m. My cat wouldn't come near me. I took a shower, sat on the couch, tried to breathe it off, Tried to text Ethan. Nothing went through. No service. Even on Wi-Fi. I went to bed with the lights on. I didn't sleep. Not really. Because the whole night, I could feel something standing just outside my peripheral vision.
The next morning, there was dirt in my sheets. Long black smears on the wall like something had run its fingers across it, dragging. And every mirror in the house had a smudge. Not a handprint. Just a long streak, too high to be mine. I thought maybe I'd lost it. Maybe I'd just imagined it. Until I checked my security cam. 3:41 a.m. There was a still frame of my bedroom door opening, but not me walking in. Something taller. Something wrong. And then the next frame, completely empty. It never left. It doesn't chase. It doesn't talk. It just watches. And every time I blink, it gets closer. I tried to burn the clothes I wore that night. They wouldn't catch. I lit them 5 times. The fire wouldn't take. I tried to leave town. Every road brought me back to my driveway. I don't mean I turned around. I mean I looked up and I was just home again. The sky doesn't change anymore. I haven't seen the sun move in 3 days. My reflection blinks out of sync with me now. And sometimes, when I open my mouth, I hear it speak instead. Ethan called yesterday, but his voice was off, too smooth, too slow, like someone learning to speak from memory. And then he asked me a question. Do you know what your bones sound like? I hung up. There was no dial tone.
I'm recording this for anyone who hears it. But I don't think I'm alone in here anymore. Sometimes I catch my own hands moving when I'm not thinking about them. Sometimes I laugh at things I don't find funny. Sometimes I wake up already standing. If you're hearing this, it means it worked. It got into the recording. It learned how to follow sound. And now it knows your shape. You shouldn't have listened this long. You blinked. It sees you now, and it's already where you are. It doesn't need me anymore. Look behind you.